The Bucktails, a grueling march. Forced marches were as much a part of Army life as the terrible battles the Bucktails fought. In their novel, Perils on the Peninsula, William P. Robertson and David Reimer described the men's suffering on such a trek in August of 1862. Hushed to silence by Captain Irvin, the troops tramped glumly along in the darkness. They had only marched a couple of miles when the rumble of thunder announced the approach of a storm that broke over them moments later. Rain fell in sheets, making the way slippery for the stumbling men. The officers had such difficulty seeing that they lost their way, and the column had to backtrack several times. Finally, in frustration, Colonel McNeil ordered the men to find shelter the best they could. Drenched to the skin, Keener was shivering too hard to fall asleep. He couldn't see 2 feet in any direction, only knew the location of his comrades and the chattering of their teeth. After what seemed like forever, the first light of dawn filtered through the trees. The storm finally abated, and the sun rose like a ball of fire from behind them. "Get in line, men," ordered Colonel McNeil in a hoarse whisper. "We must reach Kelly's Ford and cross the river before the Rebs find us." The Bucktails fell in and marched woodenly forward. The farther they tramped up the sloppy roads, the hotter the day became. By noon, the sweltering sun took a serious toll on the stamina of the soldiers. All around him, Keener watched his squad's faces grow pasty with sick sweat. Their tongues swelled with thirst, and many dropped all fours and lapped greedily at stagnant pools bordering the road. When Joe saw Jack Swift fall down near a puddle crusted over with scum, he yanked the lad rudely to his feet and hissed, "Even the dogs got the sense not to drink that slime, laddie. Do you want your guts to rot out or what?" The first rifles staggered along in the blazing sun until their eyes swam and their heads swirled dizzily. Finally, the whole regiment exhaled an exhausted groan and ground to a halt. The soldiers crawled and tottered for the nearest shade. Even Keener collapsed in a quivering heap, panting like a spent Bruin. "Get moving, men," ordered Colonel McNeil from astride his mud-splattered horse. "You're the fighting wildcats, and wildcats never surrender." "You heard the colonel," wheezed Captain Irvin. "Get up." No matter how McNeil and Irvin threatened or cajoled, the men remained in the shade. It wasn't long before General Meade galloped down the road to see what was causing the delay. After running his goggle eyes over the spent soldiers, he rasped, "Bucktails, I can see how much you're suffering. If the lives of thousands of men didn't depend upon our timely arrival on General Pope's flank, I would order you to fall out and have a long rest. Unfortunately, war demands sacrifices of brave men like yourselves. Now what do you wish to do, Bucktails? Lie here, or go forward to the rescue of your comrades?" "Go forward," croaked Keener. "Go forward," repeated the other exhausted soldiers. For more information about the Bucktail novel series, visit bucktailsandbroomsticks.com.